2016 has been humanity's greatest year ever. Literally greatest year ever.
I'm about to freak this. Ha 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 ha. What?
Welcome back, you guys. Thank you very much for joining me. My name is Swartik Mayanja. This is the Mayanja Accredited News Network, and today we are going to go over the 16 reasons why 2016 has been the greatest year in human history. So let's just dive right in. Number one, life expectancy in Africa has increased by 9.4 years since 2000, thanks to improvement in child survival and progress in malaria control. Which the malaria control, huge contributor to that has been the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. I mean, humongous, absolutely humongous. Number two, Liberia was officially cleared of Ebola, meaning there are no known cases of the deadly tropical virus left in West Africa. Number three, 93% of kids around the world learned to read and write this year. That's the highest proportion in human history. And the gender gap between girls and boys in school narrowed in 2016 as well. So this is huge. I think I love that. 93%. That's absolutely amazing. I mean, I know literacy for many countries, I'm in the US, for many countries, literacy is not an issue, is not something talked about, but I'm from, my parents' blood home is Uganda, and 93% of the world can read and write. That is amazing. That is amazing, because the number one factor of getting out of poverty is education, and you can't be educated if you can't read and you can't write. Number four, homelessness in the United States declined 35% since 2007, and Los Angeles committed to $1.2 billion to help get more people off the streets. So this is also, I know that in LA, in California specifically, the homeless population has blown up, but nationally, big picture, it has declined 35%. That is always good news. Number five, Italy became the last large Western country to recognize same-sex unions in 2016, following a long-running battle by campaigners. This is good. Equal rights. Right? Same Love, Macklemore, thank you. I'm not saying he had anything to do with it. I'm just saying I love that song. And that's great. All the Western large countries, now let's move that on. Let's continue on to that path. On that same token, Denmark became the first country to no longer define being transgender as a mental illness, and Canada announced a ban on transgender discrimination. Very good. This is all going into the same directions. We need equality, we need equality, we need equality. Anything and everything we can do to make that a reality for all people, no matter race, gender, orientation, ethnic group, religion, whatever. That's always the goal. 2016 marked the 24th year in a row that teenage pregnancy rates declined in the UK and the US. Very good. Nothing to say about that. Global carbon emissions from burning of fossil fuels did not grow at all in 2016. It's the third year in a row emissions have flatlined. Amazing. So in the U.S., climate change. I'm from Massachusetts. Everyone I know believes climate change is a thing, but we have politicians that run and make policies for us who believe that it's a hoax. We need more people like Bernie Sanders. Yes, it's flatlined, which is great, and it's the third year in a row. That's always a positive. But let's hope that instead of just flatlining, let's hope that it dips. Let's get to a point where the carbon emissions are less than the year before, not just flatlined. In April, a new report revealed that for the first time ever, the death penalty has become illegal in more than half of the world's countries. This is awesome. I was never pro-death penalty just because I don't feel like violence is ever the answer. And killing, the government sanctioning killing someone, I always saw it as a real barbaric. I understand revenge. I understand some people do the most hideous things on the planet, terrorism, you name it, rape, all this crazy stuff. But I never think violence is the answer to violence, because that doesn't teach anyone anything. Moving on, the citizens of Mumbai conducted the largest beach cleanup in human history, removing more than 4,000 tons of rubbish. I think that's amazing. Like, I can't wrap my head around what 4,000 tons of rubbish looks like. That's something else. And to get all those people, 4,000 tons of rubbish, that's crazy. That's crazy. But yes, climate change, very good, positive. Let's keep moving. Let's keep going. SeaWorld agreed to stop breeding captive killer whales. SeaWorld is done. I'm pretty sure. What was that whale's name? Whatever the whale's name was. Shamu, right? I think. But it's obvious. These SeaWorlds, I think zoos in general, with the whole Harambe thing, I think we need to just end having animals in captivity. I think it's for our entertainment, and that's just my personal view. I don't know what the science is. I know they're talking about people, animals, and we're trying to keep them alive, and we get the best. I'm saying all the animals in the zoos now, let's keep them there now. Let's not send them out in the wild. Hopefully, I don't want them to go out there and die immediately. Keep those animals there. Have those animals not breed. Once all our zoo animals die out, let's end the whole zoo thing. Let's end it. In September, giant pandas became the latest species to be taken off the endangered list. I think that's great. I mean, I know pandas are like the cutest looking animals. And besides that, I mean, we don't want to have them be extinct, and they're not on the endangered list anymore. They're around. Pandas been doing what they do best. They making love, and in 2016, for the first time, we heard that the number of tigers in the world rose for the first time in 100 years. On the same token, with the pandas, that's great. I can't complain. That's a good thing. Positive. Online crowdfunding raised almost $1 million for the kids of Alton Sterling and Philando Castile to go to college. This is a great one. I just added this because it's not world news, it's national news, it's actually more so local news, but it just shows it's amazing, right? Like, these, if you don't know, Alton Sterling, Philando Castile, they were victims of police brutality, a police shooting. I'm pretty sure one of them I don't know what the details are of this. I'd have to go back and look at it, but it was a sad story. They both died unnecessarily by a cop, and to know that both of them had kids. They were both, young men, and now they have kids. They had kids who now have to grow up without a father, without that income coming in. Who knows if they were to go to college, and now they have the money to go to college. Is that going to make up for their father not being there? No, but it's something, and that just shows that there are thousands and millions and billions of people on this planet who still have hope, who still are kind, right? So we have to look at these things moving forward. So number 15, in December, the United States and Canada announced a joint permanent ban on all offshore oil and gas activity in the Arctic. Last but not least, number 16, yours truly, yes, me, Swardik Mayanja, graduated nursing school. So these are the 16, 17 reasons why the world has had its best year in 2016. As crazy as it might sound, 2016 has been absolutely amazing. We just have to come to the understanding and realize that the news, the media, and yes, these things are important. The presidency, Trump, the fact that he's our president is super important. I can't overstate that. Brexit is super important. It's horrible. Yes, Prince died, Muhammad Ali died. All of these important people who've given so much to us have left this world, and yet that's all negative. But that's what is pumped out constantly, day in and day out, all day. And I feel like through this year of campaigning, since the entire year was a campaign. Everyone was arguing, everyone was on edge, everything was so political. It was exhausting. So I think that really took so much out of all of us. And then all of these deaths happening, and then just the climax with Trump being president and Brexit happening. Huge, horrible things. But in the midst of all of that craziness, human beings did what human beings always do. We made huge leaps and bounds forward in making the world a better place. And I can honestly say I am proud of 2016. We did an absolute amazing job, and all we have to do is continue fighting and moving forward. Thank you. Tell me what you guys think. Tell me any of these important facts or statistics or milestones or accomplishments in the comment section below that you think we have done in 2016, and what you plan on doing in 2017. Have a great new year.